In today's video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the Elder Boss. If you like Valheim videos, do check out my channel. I've got tons more of these types of guides. So in order to find the locations of the Elder Boss, what you'll need to do is anytime you see one of these rune stones, go ahead and hit E to read it. Now, eventually, once you've done this, you will get a location or even several locations for the Elder Boss. So, for example, one came up here on my map. Now, at the time, this was all unexplored territory, so it looked like this grey stuff around it, and it's only because I've gone there to explore that it is now able to be seen. There was another one just up here on my map as well, and this one was lucky. It was near a trader, which was cool. But so that's how you're going to get the locations. Then you just need to head to them by using your map and doing that. Bear in mind, you may also need to make up a boat in order to do that. When we get back to the base in a second, I'm going to show you the recipe for a boat. So you may need a boat in order to get to your Elder Boss location. For me, both of the locations were across water. So I had one up here, this was across a lot of water, and one down here across a little bit of water. Now, in order to make the boat, if you right click with your hammer and go across to miscellaneous, you'll see there are two different options. You can make a raft or a carve. I recommend you go for the carve if it is a long distance. The raft is very slow and also doesn't fare well on the open ocean. To make the carve, you'll need 30 fine wood. You can get this by using a bronze axe on oak trees or birch trees. You'll also need 10 deer hide, which you get from killing deer, the 20 resin. You also need 80 bronze nails. So you're going to need a bit of bronze for this to happen. Now, if you want to see a video on how to get bronze in the early game, I'll put a link in the video description to my metalworking guide, which will show you how you can get that. So before going off to fight the boss, I recommend that you take a few things with you. The first of all being, of course, the best armor you possibly can wear. That's obviously just always good practice. And then the stuff that we have in this chest. So the best food you have available to you at this point in the game, depending on which path you've gone down in the game, I recommend taking the best bow you can take, and maybe take a couple bows just in case one breaks. It's not always easy to repair tools during the battle, as you guys are going to see. Fire arrows are the best. I highly recommend that you take these if you possibly can. They shouldn't be too difficult to get, so even early game you should be okay with those. Now, if you're going to do the cheat method, you want to take a pickaxe. Again, I'm going to show you how to do this, and having a shield, of course, is never a bad idea either. There are two other things you might want to consider taking with you. The first is the materials to make a portal. So if you have a portal built at your base, as I have one in here, when I go through there, it's actually going to take me on my map right the way down to very near to where the Elder Boss fight is going to be. So if you die, it's a quick way of getting back. You can even have chests near here that you load up with like food and alternate armor and weapons, so that you can very quickly re-gear and go back and get your stuff back. Because let's face it, you might die, particularly if you're not fighting him the cheat way. So you might want to sort out portals. If you want a video on how to make portals, I've done a tutorial. There'll be a link down the description to that. The other thing that you might need, as I mentioned before, is the materials to make a boat if you do need to sail across the ocean. So you'll need to make the take the materials to make a workbench first of all, and then also the materials to make up the boat once you get there. Now, the other thing you're going to need are ancient seeds. So without any further ado, let me show you how you get ancient seeds. So you will need 3 ancient seeds in order to spawn in the Elder Boss. In order to find these, what you need to do is go to a black forest biome and find one of these spawners. This is going to be the best way to do it. Now, you'll get all different types of grey dwarf spawning from here. What we're looking for are the brutes, which is this guy right here, the one with the club. Now, one of their chance drops are the seeds, so you could get the seeds from killing a few of them. And this is obviously a way of getting infinite amounts of seeds. Now, you can destroy the spawners after you're done, but I recommend that you consider not doing that, because obviously these spawners are going to be a way for you to, in the future, get more of these seeds if you want to respawn the boss, and also just get the other drops that you can get from the different grey dwarfs that you see around here. So let me just kill these and we'll go see if that particular grey dwarf brute did drop the seeds or not. Okay, so here's his little drop pile. Let's go pick everything up. I don't think he did drop any seeds in that one, so I'm going to keep fighting them until they do drop the seeds, just to show you what that looks like. So obviously when you're down here fighting these guys, you do want to make sure you're pretty geared up and you've got food and armor, all that sort of stuff. The other thing you can do is just kind of stay near this thing and keep your bow at the ready, and as they spawn, you can shoot them and kill them then pretty easily, because you can have your bow maxed out like we've got here, and then as soon as one spawns, we can get a pretty good hit on them straight away if you don't miss, like I just did there. So the grey dwarf brutes that you see here, they are pretty slow when they attack. They've got this big club, and so you just don't want to get stuck. If you get stuck, you're in trouble. But other than that, when they come up to you, as soon as they start swinging the club, you can pretty much just walk away. Obviously sprint if you can, but you should be okay. You see there, I didn't have to go that fast or that far to be out of range of that attack. So that was a 2-star one right there, and we're going to get some seeds from this guy, and let's see, we got there 4 seeds from that one guy, so that would already be enough to spawn in the boss. Obviously, just get more seeds if you want to spawn it in more than once. You're basically going to need 3 seeds per time that you spawn in the Elder Boss. So with all of our stuff on us, the first thing we're going to do is look at the sort of cheaty method, and we're going to do that first because it requires a bit of setup. So with your pickaxe on you, what you want to do is get up close to this sort of structure here and just start digging downwards. We're going to dig a bit of a hole down here, and what we're going to do as well is make sure as we're going down here, we also dig a bit here as well so that we can get back up. So just build a bit of almost like a ramp to get up and down from here. So as long as you can jump out, that's fine, and you can get up this way and then come back down to here and keep digging down. And and eventually you'll have a little thing that goes underneath this platform. So I'll finish this off and show you what I mean. Okay, so once you're done, you'll have something that looks a little bit like this. Now the idea of this is we can go down here and go right underneath here, and we are very protected from everything, as you can see. Now the Elder Boss has a few different attacks, but none of them are able to get you when you're underneath there. So what you can do is just stand under here to stay very safe, then have your bow at the ready and come back out and shoot him. And we're going to see how we do that in just a second, but that is why you make the structure. And again, it's kind of useful that you can be able to get back out here if you need to get out quickly. So I recommend you do that before the fight rather than doing it after, just in case you want to come up here and take some shots if he's like over there, and when he does his attacks you can run back down and hide. Okay, so with our tunnel dug, what we're going to do now is eat all of the food that we can before this fight, just to get our HP, you know, as buffed as possible. Then you can see I've got the seeds on me, got the 3 seeds in at number 8. We simply walk up to the altar here like this and press number 8. So there we go, we've made the sacrifice. So now we want to get over here, have our bow at the ready. So if you're using 2 bows like I am, start with your best one, of course. And I've got my arrows in my inventory, they're ready too. So we can stand down here, the Elder's about to spawn. There he is, and once he spawns, obviously we start shooting him straight away, get some of those fire arrows hitting him, and I'll just show you guys what I mean by when he starts to attack you and stuff, how you are sort of safe down here. So there we go, he's going to do that attack thing there. You see these things will go above you, but they're not going to come down and get you when you're under the ground here. So then you can just come up and shoot at him. There we go. And again, I'm not taking any damage, and I'm stood out a little bit just to show you guys. If you're really worried, you can stand obviously a lot deeper than what I'm stood just there. The other thing he'll do, another one of his attacks, is to spawn roots. Here's the roots. And again, these roots, if you come out here, they can get you, but if you just stay under here, these roots cannot get you by being under here. I just wanted to show you them. There we go. There they are. So if we're down here, they're not able to get us. No roots should spawn down here either, so you should be pretty good. And after a while, they'll just simply go away, and then you can come and attack him. Now, he's trying to do his stomp attack now, which he does when he gets close to you. So again, when you do that, like if he stood literally on top of you like that, being under here is going to be the safest way. And his stomp attack will not be able to get you. So basically, if you're doing it the cheap method, this is how you do it. Now, if you do get a root that's spawning just there like that, if it's going to start to attack you, it looks like it's actually not. I think that might be one of his attacks. It's just not actually getting us. Okay, he's still there, so we do need to be a bit careful. But this is essentially how you can do it. And it's going to take a while to do it this way, because obviously there's a lot of back and forth of like hiding in the tunnel and then coming out and getting some shots on him. So that is the sort of cheap way of taking on the Elder Boss. But honestly, fighting him legit is not that hard, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So by hiding behind these pillars right here, you can, oh my goodness, okay, so fighting these Grey Dwarfs is going to be a bit of a thing while we're doing this, so let's get our sword ready as well. This is why you may want to also bring a sword with you, because there could be other mobs in the area. Now, he's about to attack, so I want to get out of there a second. And yeah, so definitely fighting multiple mobs is like not ideal. So after a bit of a faff, I did manage to kill all of those Grey Dwarfs, and now we are back to the Elder Boss fight. Then once they're taken care of, we're going to get back behind one of these pillars, right, to keep ourselves safe, and get ready to shoot him. So let's get our bow back in play and get that all ready and get some shots fired off at him. And if we stand behind these pillars, you see there, his attack is not able to get us, right? Now, does he bring up roots? Yeah, okay, so he's bringing up the roots. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to hide behind a different pillar, hide behind this one over here. Again, that black attack thing there is not able to get us. We can take shots at him like this. And yeah, we're still doing the black attack, so stay behind this pillar. Okay, and we're good. You see we're not taking damage from that one, and we can keep coming back out and shooting at him. So one thing to be careful of in this fight is just making sure that you're maintaining enough stamina to run away when he's doing attacks. Obviously, using the bow is going to use up stamina, as is running away. So when he's doing these attacks, as I said, you just stand behind the pillars. Those black attack things, they're not going to get you. But as soon as he starts to bring up roots, which I think he's about to do here potentially, or if he's like getting close to you or he might be about to stomp you, then obviously you do need to make sure you've got enough to run away to the next pillar. Okay, so here come the roots, so now we want to go. And one thing you might find that will help you is you can, in the settings, turn off camera shake. That might make your life a little bit easier during this fight. I wanted to keep it just to show the realism and just to show you, what it's like under the default settings with the camera shake on, but I just thought I would mention that. And there we go, guys. The Elder has now been defeated. So definitely, I think just standing behind these stone pillars and shooting is going to be the easiest way. On that one, we've lost about 30 hit points, down from about 95 to 64 there. So, it didn't like kill us. We didn't die once, and so I definitely think that's like a good way to do it. So in terms of drops, once you kill him, you see that you get the Elder Trophy, and you also get these Swamp Key things. Swamp Keys are used in getting iron, and I've got a video on my channel either now or very soon, if you're watching this just after this video has been released, that'll show you how to get iron if you're interested, and also the Elder Trophy. Now for the Elder Trophy, you want to go back to your spawn point where you hung up your other boss trophy, and I'll show you that in a second and what we can use that for. So you want to take your Elder Boss trophy back to your spawn point here, and it'll be just here that you'll put it next to the first boss trophy, of course, and there we go. Now of course, once you have multiple ones of these like I do, you can choose which one to activate. So if I come here and press E, you'll see in the bottom left of my screen my Eikthyr ability will change to my Elder ability, and that is now ready. Of course, pressing F will activate your special ability. So essentially when you do have your Elder ability activated, you're able to chop down wood much faster. So you are going to need a lot of wood early game, so it's not a bad thing to use. Just remember to use it obviously when you're chopping down wood. So I hope today's video helped you out, guys. If it did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really is greatly appreciated. But for now, all I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you fight the Elder Boss yourself, why not come back to this video and leave a little comment, let us know how you got on, and maybe if you find any tips or tricks that might help other people.